Hey Manigang, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Manikenny again. If you are new here, you're very welcome. Make sure to subscribe below and join the family. While you're at it, click the little bell beside it so you get notified every time I post something new. And if you are already part of this gang, you are very much appreciated. So in this video, as you can see in the title, I'm going to be transforming a basic black curly wig into this beautiful wig with some beautiful colors, ginger color, some little blonde, little highlight here and there. Yeah, so if you want to see the whole process of how I do this transformation, then stay tuned and let's jump right into this video.
It's Manikenny.
First, I want you guys to see the before. This is what the wig looks like. This wig is about 2 years old and I did like a shitty job on it some time ago, but I was wearing it like that, and now we are going to transform this. So what I need is obviously my bleaching powder, which is what you can see right there, the blue powder. I have 2 bottles of the developer, which I would link down below, because I got all of this from Amazon, so I'll leave a link below for you to be able to get it. So yeah, I need that with some combs, this mixing comb, this bleaching comb, and a brush, which I pretty much did not end up using, but those are the things that I kind of put on the side. Oh yeah, and alu foil, which is aluminum foil, exactly. So then now I will just take my old container, don't mind the stains in it, it's just old dye, which just, yeah. So I put some of the bleaching powder and I add my 6% developer in it first. I am actually going to mix both of them, but you guys will see that. So first I just put a lot or enough and I mix that, make sure that it gets to a consistency. At this point it was still too thick, and I just keep adding the developer until I'm satisfied with its consistency, with the texture. And I'm going for a more runny texture because it's a lot of hair, and I don't mind if it goes into the hair. It's not as if I'm bleaching a lace frontal or something, so I just want it to be runny enough so that it can also, like a little amount can go a long way. Now I'm adding some of the 12% developer which I have, which is obviously 12% means it's stronger, so I'm adding it into the same mixture. Normally the 6% is going to give me up to like a light brown gingerish color, and the 12% can go like really blonde or more, so I wanted to go that high, so that's why I mix all of them. So now I'm just going to wear my gloves, as you see me doing. You have to protect your skin, okay? You don't want to burn yourself. And then I start separating the hair just the way I want it to be. I'm going to separate it in 3 major parts just to make it easy for me to apply in the spots that I want to. You can see it has been divided into 3 or 4 parts actually, and I would just start taking random parts of it because I want to have some black in the hair. So I'll just start taking random parts of this hair and applying my mixture, my bleach to it. And when applying, I just make sure that I go through it with my fingers again after applying with the brush, that it gets like right into the hair. You want to make sure you saturate the hair with the bleach. And then after doing that, I put it in a aluminum foil, just like you see. I tie it in a burrito. That's how I call it, my little color burritos. So I tie it in a burrito and I go to the next part of the hair and I do the same thing. So I'm actually just getting like random parts. I don't have like a particular formula, which I might have in the future, but I don't have a particular formula. And I was doing this on an old wig, and it's a wig for myself, so I wasn't really calculating. But yeah, so this time I just held, as you see me doing, I will hold that and I'll apply the bleach in it and make sure that it is well soaked in and that the hair has a lot of the bleach in it, so that it makes it, it touches all the corners, so the color is a bit more uniform. And then after that, I will just tie it into this aluminum foil, which will help with the heat and the processing. And yeah, a little backstory on this wig. This wig is actually about 2 years old. I got it in 2020 from Clemyluxhair, which you may or may not know is my hair company. And I just don't know why I destroyed it this bad. I was working on another hair and I bleached its knots and I bleached the other's hair knot, and the remaining bleach that was left, I just don't want to waste it, and I just put it in patches in this hair, and I just did not care. Like, yeah, the hair has had it rough. But I finally decided to get it out of the cupboard and stop using it the way I was using it and actually make it look beautiful the way I want. And that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I just keep applying the product just the way you see me doing till I'm satisfied with how many portions I have put in the bleach. Like I said, there is no particular solution or strategy which I use here, but that works for me. You might want to calculate exactly where you're putting the product, like it depends on you, but this is how I do it. So at this point, I did not want to apply too much of the product up as you see me doing, because that part has already been bleached a bit and I did not want it to over bleach, which you will see that it did over bleach a little bit at the end. But yeah, so I just applied that and I do the same process and go through all of the hair like you see me doing, tighten the aluminum foil burrito, and yeah, we're gonna let it sit soon. So now that I'm satisfied with how many portions of hair have the bleach on it, I'm just going to let it sit. This is it in my bathtub after at least 30 minutes. I'm just checking to make sure that the color is, getting where I want it to be and it's not over processing. And yeah, I just check all of them. I make sure I check all of them just to be sure. And after doing that, I let it sit again a little bit before I wash it. When I'm finally satisfied with how the color looks, I take out my hair from their various burritos, as you see me doing here, and I'm just first of all going to wash it out with water to remove the product, and I'm going to then wash it with shampoo and put conditioner on it. Leave the conditioner for 30 minutes to an hour before washing out the conditioner and letting it air dry. The washing process I'm going to do off camera because you pretty much understand what I mean, but this is how the color was looking when it was wet. Really beautiful, I love it. This is what the hair looks like the next day, because I always let my hair air dry. That's just the best for me, just to reduce the heat, damage and anything. So it's looking so fire. I am in love. There's so many colors. You can see dimension, you can see lighter browns, darker browns, and ginger colors, just the way I really wanted it to come out. So I'm just showing you guys and touching the hair and feeling it. The hair is looking a little raggedy now, but now it's time to style it. First, I'll pin it down on the hair to make sure it doesn't move throughout the styling. And then I'm going to spray a little bit, normally water, but this time I use a heat protectant because I'm going to use a hot comb here. So I just use a heat protectant and use that to push down the hair a little bit. I'm going to use the wax stick from Clemyluxhair to help me style this hair. I'm making sure that my part is exactly where I want it to be. And you see me using the wax stick on the hair. That will help the hair lay down flat. And I use the hot comb and make sure that it lays flatter. Now I'll comb the front just because I wanted to detangle it a little bit. And you see me applying the wax stick. Just the wax stick alone does magic. But then I use the hot comb to like press it down. You want it to be flat. You don't want it to be hanging on your hair like some cartoon hair or something. So I do the same thing on the other side. So now I want to pluck the hair a little bit. I have taken a little part from the front and I just take my tweezers and I just pluck a little bit. I do not like over plucking because I really want my frontals or my closures to last longer. So I always do minimal plucking. So now I've just removed a little bit of the hair, which is going to be my baby hair later on, and I'm plucking the other side. You will notice that I always keep going back in with my wax stick and my hot comb because I always want to put the hair in place so I can see exactly what I'm working with. So yeah, you see me, I push the hair back because I don't want it to be like really laying on my face. I just want it to, hang a little bit, look a little bit stylish. Yeah, and I use the wax stick to help me achieve the look, and I just use the hot comb to put the hair in place. And yeah, that is pretty much how I styled this hair. So the front part, which I'd already combed out, kind of looks a little bit more fluffy and voluminous, and I don't want that. So I'm just spraying water. I'm spraying water on the hair and just brushing through it to make sure that it gets back to a curly texture and match the back of the hair. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Don't mind the bottle, that's just an old bottle. I put water in it just to be able to spray. And that is pretty much it. You can add some conditioner to it too to give it back its curls. And that kind of spoiled my front style, so I'm just going back with my wax stick again. I do this 1,000,000 times, but at the end it looks good. And this is the final look. Oh my god, I'm so in love. Oh. Then there was a little bit of sun shining. I was like, you guys have to see this hair in the sun. So I opened my windows, I let the sun shine on it and film it a little bit. It's so beautiful. What do you think about how it looks in the sun? I love it. Fire. So guys, this is how I got the look. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you learned something new. Are you going to dye your hair yourself at home? If you do, what are your fears? And let me know how it goes if you decide to do it. But I'm really happy with how this came out, and I'm struggling so hard not to look in my screen at myself and look at you guys instead. And yeah, so it came out just the way I wanted it to come out, with all of the colors, some highlights of blonde that you can see here or here, and some other ginger color, some different dimensions of brown. And that's how I wanted it to come out. I did not want it to be like a boring 2-color wig. I wanted it to have like colors. So this is how it came out. I hope that you guys love the result. I love the result, and that's the most important, but I love the results. Well, this brings us to the end of this video. If you liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe, and join the Manigang, okay? Join the family, and you're welcome. And yeah, so for more of this type of videos, let me know in the comment sections what kind of videos you guys want to see. I'll probably be doing more hair and makeup stuff, obviously, because they are my favorites, okay? And yeah, I'm so happy that you have watched up to this point. Thank you so much. Before I leave, I will put my next video right here on the screen as usual. Click that, binge watch, you're welcome. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all. Bye.